Our next speaker, Matthias from exozet. Many of you will know exozet as one of the longest established developers of games for mobile devices of any sort in Berlin. Matthias is going to give us an outlook on how exozet is going to lead the developer scene by the innovative products, as always. Matthias, please.
Hi. My name is Matthias Hellmund. I'm heading the mobile development department of exozet Games based in Berlin. And just to give you a quick overview about the company, and then we'd like to take a quick look at our one of our titles called Catan Mobile, developers across platform game, and I also touch some related topics like device testing and eventually for hire and marketing games. So exozet Games is actually part of the exozet group that consists of those three company units. One is a multimedia and internet agency. exozet Effects is a special effects and post-production company. And exozet Games not only develops mobile games but also on platforms like PC and consoles. So back in 2004 we already started in the mobile Java world. As you can see, the handset list was still pretty small back then, but they all had color displays and you could do at least some basic games on those handsets. In the meantime, we are currently developing on quite a large variety of Java flavors, also resolution-wise ranging from very tiny screens to high-resolution displays, also covering BlackBerry and the upcoming Google Android platform. And other important mobile platforms include Apple iPhone and Nintendo DS we are also developing on. So over the years, not only the number of games and applications we created has increased, but also I think we've improved quality-wise, which is reflected in the industry rankings and reviews we are receiving with our titles. And here you already can see the title screen of Catan, the mobile version, which we'll now take a look at. So the critical point for us really was how to capture the actually board game atmosphere of the classic board game, The Settlers of Catan, and to squeeze this into a small, tiny mobile device. One way to do this is to include AI opponents. Those are kind of computer enemies that you can play against when there's not a sufficient number of human players around. Here for us the biggest challenge really was to squeeze this AI logic onto those very slow and tiny and low memory handsets. Another factor that's included in lots of our games is multiplayer mode, which is also possible on a mobile phone to pass this around with some people. That's called hot seat or hot hand. And we also included with this game a Bluetooth multiplayer mode across various vendors, so it works across Nokia, Motorola and Sony Ericsson handsets, for instance. This system has been extended to the Nintendo DS version to also work across Wi-Fi multiplayer. So let's have a look at how the actual game looks like. As you can see, we basically squeezed all the necessary information on those tiny screens, and we even took some time to extend to add some eye candy like a zoom mode and those kind of gimmicks on the Java version. On other platforms like DS and iPhone, we try to use device-specific features such as 3D hardware acceleration or multi-touch input for continuously zoomable maps. Internationalization is quite a huge topic for us, and it's also very important for our distribution partners, obviously. So we not only adapt the actual title and in-game texts, but we also try to adapt some of the game visuals to the corresponding markets. So for instance, here you can see that the development card images also have been adapted to the US market, for instance. Talking about the US market and the Japanese market, that's a pretty tricky one to do. And here we, for instance, cooperated with some partners to also adapt the characters of the actual game to a more manga-style look for the Japanese version. So that has been launched like 2 months ago now. So adapting all those images means adapting all those games to specific handsets, and that's actually one of the trickiest parts for a mobile games developer nowadays. And to do this properly, we've developed an in-house tool called the exozet device. Okay, here we go. Clock stop? No, okay. So we developed an in-house tool called Device Übeltester, which enables us to profile and test new handsets. And this tool actually works like you download it on your actual device and try to test game-specific features such as sound bugs, performance benchmarking and so on, and it sends up the results back to our server. And especially for this tool, we are currently looking for additional cooperation partners in the area of game developers, but also handset vendors and network operators. So aside from the development itself, there's also a large part going into producing all those different packaging and binaries and marketing assets for those different distribution channels. Therefore, we also created a bunch of in-house tools to fulfill the daily changing marketing needs of our distribution partners. Also, the assets within the game itself need to be managed. This is just an example of a mobile adventure game. So this adventure game is based on a movie license, for instance. And to manage the assets, one way to do this is to have a good chain of in-house tools, in-house tool chain. So this is just 2 screenshots of development tools we created for our games, and those enable us to focus more on the actual game content during development than worrying about all those portings, because we are able to create quality portings in a relatively short time frame with those kind of tools. And so aside from those premium commercial games, we're also utilizing this tool chain to create marketing games and applications for really one of the top brands in various industry sectors. Unfortunately, I can't name most of those because of non-disclosure agreements. But especially also with the marketing projects, we are always happy to include not just the basic set of features, but also something extra like Bluetooth features, our own delivery platform, or some kind of online features if requested. So, this again we try to develop on a huge platform, huge area of platforms, and I'm looking forward to your questions later on.